Hi, this is Bev, and you're watching Do You Know? And we're at Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center with the guy who knows everything about this place inside and out. Hi, Dave Peterson.
Hello, Bev. Thank you.
So what's the event today? And then we also want to talk about some other things that you do at the Learning Center, too.
Right. Today is the first annual, we hope there will be many more, the first annual Winter Sleigh and Ski Festival. In the past, we've done a Winter Fun Day, but this year we're adding in sleighs. We'll have 12 to 16 horse-drawn sleighs. People will be able to get free sleigh rides. They're also enjoying some free chili as we speak. There will be some music by Cedar Creek, and there will be some exhibits on this floor. Downstairs, you'll be able to rent skis and snowshoes and get on the indoor climbing wall. So we have a lot going on today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have National Honor Society here today from New London Spicer is helping with activities as you maybe got parked as you came in. They're helping with that. The Sleigh Festival is being put on by Fred and Joy Zwart and Gary and Kathy Stye, and they've arranged for Teamsters to come from all over to give sleigh rides today.
Right, and I mean, people from around the area know them very well and how dedicated they are to, horses and other animals. It should be just great.
Oh, it'll be fantastic. They've been working for weeks. I guess we all have, kind of leading into this day, not having a clue how many people will show up. But typically for a Winter Fun Day, we might get 200 to 400 people. So we don't know. We'll exceed that by a lot, I think.
Okay. And then, the nice thing about the Learning Center, too, it's really for all ages. I look around the room here and I see seniors and kids and everybody in between.
Oh, for sure. Little kids to elders. It's really a good time. And that's what Prairie Woods is about. We're trying to do all kinds of different activities that people will connect with. So connecting self, others, and the environment, learning to care about each other, learning to care for ourselves, and learning to care for this wonderful world that we live in.
So, and every time I come out here too, Dave, there's something new, and there's like a gazebo area that I don't remember from before. And I think the one thing I love about the buildings is the way they incorporate the outside in, so you really get a feel, even when you're inside, that you're outside.
Right. Several years ago, we were able to do an edition, the Earl B. Olson edition, and the Linder Treehouse, and that's the room that you were talking about, a beautiful all-wood hexagon-shaped room that sits up on stilts, and when you're out there, you feel like you're in a treehouse because you're looking right out into the canopy of the trees. Those were wonderful gifts to Prairie Woods from many people, including the Linder family and Earl B. Olson, but there were many others as well. We should mention that Candioi County actually owns this facility, and Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we run the programs and we are stewards for this place, and we raise funds to try to improve the property, etc. But it belongs to the people of Candioi County, and it's a treasure. I mean, I don't know really of any other county that has something like Prairie Woods. There are one or two residential environmental learning centers that are owned or run under counties further north, but this is pretty unique in this part of the state.
Well, and you have activities year-round, too. I mean, obviously we're here on a winter day, and there's, the skiing and snowshoeing and things like that, and the sleigh rides that are new and special, but you have other activities all year round, like canoeing and...
Oh, right. We'll get in a plug, too, for Earth Day on April 26th. It's a Saturday, April 26th. We'll celebrate Earth Day. It'll be a day similar like this, kind of barely orchestrated chaos with lots of people having fun and lots of exhibits. People can come out and just have a fun, free day doing things at Prairie Woods. And there will be many exhibitors that day, including the watershed districts. So if you don't know a lot about your watershed and you don't know, or you're interested in ways to keep it healthy or finding out what other people are doing in their watershed, that's a great opportunity to learn about shoreland restoration and programs that might be available to help you protect water on your property. And there will be people from the Youth Energy Summit here. Our YES teams will be represented, and they're doing great work all over the state now. We have 22 teams active now, and next year we'll have 40 throughout the state. So Earth Day will be a great day for just about anything you can imagine, I guess. All things outdoors. There'll be typically Little Crow Archers will be here. The DNR will be here with their laser shot tent. There will be information about building wood duck boxes. There will be information about other programs that we're doing at Prairie Woods throughout the year.
Well, wonderful, Dave. Thanks for your part in bringing together the environment and people and helping us learn about being good stewards and having fun while doing all that, too.
You bet. It's all about what we call serious fun. We want people to have a good time, but we also, the serious part is learning to work well together, learning to take care of this place, and enjoy it while we're doing it.
Great. Thanks again, Dave.
Thank you.
Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center. This is Bev, and you're watching Do You Know?
All right, welcome to the New London Area Food Shelf, part of the Wilmer Food Shelf and the very new Ridgewater College Food Shelf. Joining us is Carrie from the Food Shelf. You're the assistant director. It is Food Share Month, and it's always exciting. A lot of things going on. Really, way back when the Food Shelf started, which was in 1982, you were serving 720 households. In 2013, you've served nearly 10,000 households and over 1 million pounds of food. That is a crazy increase.
Yes, that is including the Wilmer, the New London, and the Ridgewater cite those numbers. Back after the recession, about 2009, 2011, we did see some huge increases in their averaging 25 to 30%. In 2013, now we did see a little leveling off. We saw an increase of approximately 5%. And so that's a good thing for us. We are still serving a lot of households and families, obviously, but it has seemed to have gotten a little bit better out there.
Well, that's good, and it's a great asset to have in the community, not only with the two locations in Wilmer and New London, but talk about the new Ridgewater College location, because you're serving over 50 students now there, too.
Yes, we are, and that we had professors and staff out at the Ridgewater College speaking with students who were struggling out there and needed some help with food. And so they actually approached us about doing a pilot project and trying a food shelf out there. It is located on Campus Ministries, which is actually across the street from the college. And we did open it in August, beginning with the football players who are coming up from out of state and assisting them. And we have served, it is, I believe, 53 students that we're helping now, and they've made about 235 visits with us so far. And so we are reaching those students who are in need. What we have noticed is they are only visiting us, though, when they need to. So that's a good thing to know as well. So we feel it's been a great success out there.
Oh, I'm sure it has been. It's always good when you can, expand a little bit with what you do here with the Food Shelf. This year, you have a $200,000 goal, and you also have a 50,000 pound goal of food. Tell us a little bit about those numbers.
Okay, we are very excited about the $200,000 goal and the 50,000 pounds of food. We have a lot of events, fundraising going on out in the community, and so we're hoping to reach that goal. We reach out into the community as far as churches, speaking at clubs, civic community organizations. We've got a lot of businesses and organizations out there doing individual fundraising events as well. And so we believe we can reach that goal, and we're very excited about it.
Well, one of the things that's really important is, I think, the $200,000 number, because you have a partnership with Second Harvest Heartland Food Bank, and purchasing through them makes the dollars go a long ways. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. We like to talk about the value of the dollar. It is important. We can take your dollar and turn it into so much more because of the partnership with the food bank. And so we are able to purchase a product at a minimal fee, and that is really what helps us be able to take that money and just do so much more with it. So the daily donations of the food coming in is extremely important to us, because it does keep our shelves stocked on a daily basis. But we do encourage financial donations just so that we can do a lot more with it.
Well, you need both, and like you say, you see the food that's behind us, and those shelves do need to be stocked, and it's immediate when you bring in your canned foods or whatever items that you bring in. One of the things that we want to talk about is the importance of having volunteers, because it's just not you and Christy, and there's I think another 4 or so part-time employees, but you have over 100 volunteers.
Yes, we could not do what we do without our volunteers. They are crucial to the success of the food shelf. And we do have about 100 volunteers with the Wilmer site, the New London site. The Ridgewater site is staffed by students themselves, and we oversee them. The value of our volunteers this year, we did have like 14,900 hours put in, which is equal to 7.2 full-time employees. So to me, that's crazy to think of that. We literally could not do that without them. And according to the independent sector, they put a value on volunteer hours, and that is how we came up with the $326,000 value of our volunteers this year.
Well, it's crazy. That's another, very high number, and it's important because in our community, in Wilmer, New London, Spicer, Candioi, Pennock, the whole county, it's very important to have those volunteers, and we're very fortunate to have a great volunteer base. You mentioned a couple events that you have part of your fundraising. The first one is coming up at the end of this month. It is Radio for Relief with Lakeland Broadcasting, and that's at the Wilmer Fire Station. Tell us more about that.
Okay, that begins at 6 o'clock in the morning, bright and early. We are prepared for whatever type of weather comes our way. We are there till 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a huge one-day event where the individuals, school, businesses, organizations who may have been doing a fund drive or a food drive during the month of March are able to drive in and deliver their dollars or their food. And it's a very exciting day for us. And we are live on the radio, and so we do interviews with the folks that are bringing donations in as well, live right there that day. So it's a very exciting day, and it is a huge fundraising day for us.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a great collaboration between yourselves and basically Q102, KWLM, K100, and I guess there's a couple more that I forget about, the train, and but also you have another event coming up at the end of April at Bethel Church. It is the Woodbury Chorus and the Orchestra. Tell us about that.
Yes, this is a group of folks that gets together and travels around the state, I believe, and does concerts totally as a fundraising effort for food shelves around the state of Minnesota. And so they've been coming out here for years, and we are excited to have them again the end of April. And we encourage everyone to come out. They're fabulous. The chorus is amazing. I did hear them last year. And so 100% of the donations from that day do come back to our local food shelves. So.
Very good. It's a great opportunity to get out and about over the next 2 months and be involved. If you'd like more information about the Wilmer Area Food Shelf or New London or Ridgewater, you can certainly give them a call at 235-2641, or you can check out the website at wilmerafs.org. There's also a Facebook page, and if you want to donate online, you can do that at razoo, razoo.com. All right, congratulations on another successful year last year and into this year. Hope you reach your goal. To Christy and to all the other volunteers, very good job. It's great to have you as a very much of a jewel in our community to be able to provide people with what they need, food and everything else that goes along with it. So congratulations, and we appreciate you doing all the things that you guys do.
Thank you for the time.
All right, you're watching Do You Know?
Hi, Jody Wambeck with the Wilmer Early Childhood Family Programs and Wilmer Early Childhood Initiative. A few things to talk to you about this month. First, kindergarten registration. Just please mark your calendars if you have kindergartners that we will be having registration at Kennedy on April 1st and Roosevelt on April 3rd. And if you haven't received registration packet or information, please contact WEAC immediately so they can send that out to you. The WOW events, remember WOW stands for World of Wonder. Our March event is being held at Loving Arms Child Care Center. They have a great event set up, so be looking for information and flyers around the community coming up shortly. And then the April WOW event will be held at Jefferson Learning Center, and we are actually going to be having an early childhood fair where there will be stuff for children, but also there's going to be resources there for parents on preschool, on kindergarten, on summer programming, daycare, you name it. We're going to try and have some information there for parents as well. And then also be sure to check out the library. Kathy always has some great events going on, so be sure to check that out. And then don't forget early childhood screening. We now have moved locations to Jefferson Learning Center, and our screenings do happen on Fridays. So if you have a little kiddo that's 3.5, 4 years old that has not been screened yet, please get him or her signed up immediately. Remember, the screening is just a screener. It's not an entrance to kindergarten, not an entrance to preschool, just a screener. So be sure to get them registered or signed up for that. And for more information on different things that are happening throughout the community, go ahead and check out our Candy Kids Ready website, and that will be listed down below. You are watching Do You Know?
Good afternoon. This is the Master Gardener portion of Do You Know? I'm Susan Matson, and I have a couple of friends here with me today. We are back in the greenhouse. During the winter in Minnesota, it's hard to find an outdoor place where we can grow plants. So we're looking at some of the greens here at the MinWest campus. I wanted to bring to your attention that those of you who are interested in getting some of the greens, buying some of the greens, they are for sale. At 414 Becker Avenue Southwest, right across from Bethel Church. The shop, Fabulous Finds, has all kinds of goodies. It's open on Thursdays and Fridays, right? And we did serve greens at the Super Bowl last week, and people raved about the greens and wondered where they could get them. So this is where you can get them in Willmar. There's a huge variety of different greens here, and our guests today will talk a little bit about them. And I'm going to turn it over to Bev Doherty first, who will give you a little bit of background of the project and where it's headed. And then our other guest is Kenny Turk.
Thank you, Susan. It's a pleasure to work on this project. It's happening here and this beautiful scenery because MinWest Technology Campus has allowed us to not only use the greenhouse and plant in it, but also to help restore it because it had sat empty for quite a while and no one had really tried to make it work for almost a year or a year and a half. So when we found out it was empty and we're all about local food at the Willmar Design Center Becker Market, we said, well, can we just try to do this? So it's an experiment in cooperation with MinWest, but also a big piece of it is funding from the Southwest Regional Partnership, which is 27 counties in southwest Minnesota, and their goal is getting local food into the area and to the people who want to be able to eat it. So we're having a very successful pilot here. The whole idea was, can we take an old greenhouse and make it sustainable money-wise and have it support itself from the sale of the greens? And so far, and we only have half of it restored, I think we're doing very well. Cornerstone Coffee and The Goodness Coffee Shop are both buying every week and serving it in their salads. And I'm offering the retail place to buy greens, 5 ounces in a sack. So come in anytime, Thursday and Friday, 10 to 5:30, if you want to purchase some of this organic product that was probably, when you buy it, picked yesterday. And that's what's so great about it.
Thanks, Bev. You probably heard the ceiling vent opening up as we're standing here today. It's about 80 degrees in the greenhouse right now, and it is approximately it's kind of warm out today. It's probably 25 right now. But the other side of the greenhouse was 89 when I got here this morning, and there's no heat whatsoever. This is supplemented by some natural gas heat on this side, but the sun and the longer daylight days of daylight are really helping things to get started and kicking off here even more so as we're able to grow more things. My name is Kenny Turk. I'm one of the owners of Crow River Family Services and the founder of Huganaga Family Farms and the program director. And I've created a program called Dirt Group, which is an experiential skills training group for at-risk youth. I've been running this group for about 10 or 12 years now. And what we see with this young people is an opportunity for them to learn about connecting the dots, getting away a little bit from technology. And I researched the outcomes of Dirt Group for about 4 years, and we found that in Dirt Group, kids get tangible results, not only in the terms of fruits and vegetables and new things to try to eat, but also in terms of increased social competencies, which is a huge deal. We also found that the skills that we're teaching them in Dirt Group help prepare them for life. It gives kids an opportunity for pride and ownership in the field and to really be a definite part of the community. In 2012, we donated over 50 turkeys to local families in need, and including turkeys for the local churches here in Wilmer that provide a community meal, and this happened to be at Thanksgiving. We also notice a big ripple effect, this investment in their community, the ability for them to be able to give back. We donate about 2,000 pounds of fresh food to local food shelves every year, and when the kids go in to donate the food, they're just amazed with the appreciation that they receive from the folks at the food shelf and just community members in general, and that acknowledgement, and it really makes them feel like they're part of the community. And we know from bodies and bodies of research that kids that participate in their community continue to show investment in their community and are at lower risk for mental health issues, higher academic achievement, and so on. And finally, the final outcome for them from the research was an opportunity for kids to belong, for them to be part of something bigger than themselves. Most of the kids that we work with don't really have an experience of fitting in. They don't have an opportunity to learn social skills because they're not participating in those standard extracurricular activities, oftentimes due to financial or social barriers. So the opportunity for them to grow food together is a cooperative effort, but it also helps them learn about perseverance and achievement and sticking to things, because you don't get a tomato tomorrow from a seed you plant in the ground today. It takes a number of months. And so as these kids come in here and they're working and growing food together, they're starting to see some of what their efforts can be, and that those skills are transferable or generalizable to academic settings, to home, and into their community. And so they're taking the skills that they're learning in Dirt Group and transferring them to other areas of their life, which is proving to them to be successful in increasing their overall health. Behind our cameraman today, Rudy, are some herbs that we've started to grow for an herb basket fundraiser. The energy costs are really expensive to run the greenhouse at different times, and this year with propane, what it is, it's quite expensive. And so what we're trying to do, one of the Dirt Group members had an idea, why don't we try to do something and sell something so we can help defray the cost for the energy of the greenhouse, because they're allowing us to do our programming here. And I thought, wow, what a cool idea to make a difference in the community. And so we are raising it. We're going to have at least 30 herb baskets for sale. We've already had inquiries and orders for them. We don't even have the PayPal link up yet on the website, but we're hoping to sell at least 30 baskets of herbs, and with a variety of herbs, basil, cilantro, oregano, chives, etc., to folks in the area to help defray some of the costs, and also give the kids an opportunity, again, to demonstrate their investment and to kind of connect the dots and show their appreciation and respect for this opportunity. So that's kind of everything about Dirt Group for now, and thanks for letting us talk a little bit today. I'm going to pass this on back to Susan.
And I have a couple questions. First of all, I'd like to have you tell us a little bit about the soil that you're using to grow the plants. I know that people will be interested. Those people who may be thinking about gardening a little bit ahead of time might be interested in what kind of soil mixture here. And then also tell us a little bit about the T-shirts that are behind you.
Sure. Bev might be able to say a little bit more about the soil mixture, so I'm going to pass it over to her, and then I'll tell you about the T-shirts in a second.
The soil mixture you can get if you go to the Northland Greenhouse book, written by Chuck Weibel and Carol Ford. We just went to the recipe inside the book about greenhouse growing, and we used their measurements and then increased it, of course, like you do with any food recipe, to get the right combination of ingredients. We had a tremendous amount of help from Stacy's Nursery, who had access to all of the organic pieces that are in the soil. So this soil is all, it's not dirt, it's soil. and it's all organic. And the seeds that you see that are growing all over the place are organic also. So, and there's no chemicals used in this, so that's why the greens are so good.
A couple of main things. There's peat moss, there's compost, there's blood meal, there is some different there's lime. There's about 8 or 9 different ingredients that go into making this soil. And when I told the kids in dirt group that we were going to make some soil, I said we were going to make dirt. They thought that was pretty cool. And so we started mixing and mixing and mixing, and they couldn't believe all these things that go into that. And again, those different ingredients to connect the dot, the different ingredients, whether that be their social skills or whether that be the experiences in their lives, but all these different ingredients that make up this whole piece. So the Dirt Group t-shirts that are behind us, the green one is from 2012 and the black one is from 2013. We're doing new t-shirts every year, and Jason, Bev's son, actually designs our t-shirts for us along with some group members. And so we also raise a lot of poultry, not here at the greenhouse, but we have our experiential site on my family farm, which I've been on since 1875, northeast of Litchfield. And so we raise turkeys and ducks and geese and chickens and all those kinds of things too, and teach kids about cooking and how to use them. And so you can see there's a big chicken on the front, or on one of the t-shirts. But the kids have a lot of pride, and one mom reported to me that after her son got his t-shirt, he wore it for 5 days straight before she had to get it off him and into the laundry. So we like the ninja carrots. So
for those of you that are interested in Kenny's family farm, it's called Turks, is the last name, and it is on the highway between Litchfield and Kimball.
Highway 24, Turks Trees.
All right, Turks Trees. They sell Christmas trees, but it sounds like they have a lot of other things there too. So good. Yeah, so it's worth a trip over there. It's just a little bit beyond Litchfield to the east. And we've enjoyed being here. They mentioned the solar or passive solar greenhouses that were designed by Chuck Weibel and Carol Ford. They are from west of here. Unfortunately, Chuck has died, but they still have a book out that has the plans for the greenhouse if you're interested. They were here a couple of years ago to speak at the Hort Society meeting and have some marvelous ideas for your own greenhouse if you're interested. So I'll say goodbye to Do You Know for the month. And next month we're going to be in New London at the Yes Project, which is also indoors. So we will see you then.
Hi, I'm Zach Liebel, the Outreach Coordinator for the Willmar Community-Owned Grocery. It has been an exciting winter for the COG. We have surpassed the 500-member mark. We are coming to a close on our second phase of a 3-phase process. We have had many sold-out cooking classes, and we also have some very exciting news coming this month. With all this going on, we would like you to help us meet the 600-member goal. As the COG Outreach Coordinator, I would love the opportunity to share a message of healthy local food with a group that you know. We are looking for service and civic groups, church groups, book clubs, and anything in between that would enjoy a short presentation about the COG and what impact it will have on our community, and also to allow for some questions and answers. You can simply call or email me with information, and I would be happy to schedule a time. I can be reached at 320-905-4703 or by email, which is Zach, Z-A-C-K, .wilmercog@gmail.com. Thanks. And again, I'm Zach Liebel with the Willmar Community-Owned Grocery. We are food with local roots. Visit us online at wilmercog.com. You're watching Do You Know?
Hello, Steve Brizendine, Willmar Community Education and Recreation Director, here to talk about March offerings for the Community Ed and Rec program. Some youth programs to highlight include our Spanish Club at the Kennedy Elementary School, Barn Theater collaborations, we've got a beginning archery program at Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center, 3-on-3 basketball leagues at the middle school, and we'll begin our summer baseball and softball registration process. Adult programs would include lap swimming, our spring and summer recreation leagues that would include basketball, softball, and volleyball. We also have some adult enrichment activities like stained glass windows, dog obedience, computer classes, CPR and first aid as well. Some adaptive programming to consider would be some theater offerings. We've also got some bingo classes and some computer classes for the adaptive students and adults. Our adult basic education program continues to be open Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 3, and again Monday through Thursday evening from 5 to 8, as well as Friday programming from 8:30 to 12:30. You can see our program offerings on wilmercer.com, and you've been watching Do You Know?